Вітаю вас на каналі Harvest Play. Ми продовжуємо проходити Horizon Forbidden West. І зараз, так як на Гея знайшла якийсь додатковий сигнал спасіння від ще одної додаткової функції, ми якраз відправляємося на її пошуки. Так як нам, до речі, от як ви бачите, всі основні завдання заблоковані, поки ми не зробимо це завдання. Так що давайте починаємо і подивимося, чи дійсно це та Іліфія відправила сигнал, чи хтось другий, чи це пастка якась. Так що всім приємного перегляду. Також не забувайте підписуватись на канал, ставити лайки, коментувати дане відео. І всі підсказки будуть в верхньому правому куті вашого екрану, а також внизу під описом до цього відео. Так що ми починаємо. Ну що ж, пише, чи вона готова чи ні. Так, ми готові. Пішли.
Look at us. Three battle-hardened badasses forging into the unknown. This ought to be good.
Ну-ну. А так виходять, таке якби невідомо куди. Вони ж просто на вулицю виходять. Ого, дивіться, вони вже лізуть по горах, тобто вони вже кудись добралися.
This distress call had to be up a really steep mountain, huh?
Так, і що в нас тут? Вже хтось стріляє. О, то ця. Ще одна якась.
Vermin.
What is that?
What the hell?
Ого. А спец вдалося проткнути її. Нічого собі.
Well, that takes the keg.
А ну, і що? Тобто її, якби, спис протикає якийсь виходить, так
See if
виходить?
there's anything over there.
On it.
We'll check out the battlefield. Let's start with that zenith.
А ну, аж цікаво, дійсно.
Well, there are obviously more zeniths than we know about.
Значить, це називаються ті всі ті зеніти.
Almost didn't make it.
Тобто ті люди, це називається зеніт. А ну давайте, якщо ми її проскануємо. Вербена. Ясно. Давайте, дивимося. Оглянути.
Whatever the rebels did, it took down our shield.
Угу.
But why was she here? I can access her last communication file, but I'll use my focus to scan the battlefield too.
What about that crazy weapon the Zenith had?
It looked like she can make it come and go at will. But it's gone now.
Yeah. Well, go do your thing. I'll wait here.
А там щось є? Ну йдемо, подивимось. Оглянути.
The Spectre had instructions to assist recovery of the asset. I wonder what this asset is.
What a mess.
Так, що ми ще можемо тут пускати? А, ось там ще щось є. Чекайте, а де той підйом, де вони стріляли? А, ось він там. Ой, там якісь сліди. Давайте піднімемося спочатку сюди, подивимося, що в нас тут. Оглянути.
Weapon's still hot. I need to know how it worked. But I'll have to check on it once it's cooled off.
Тут що в нас?
An Oseram with a focus. Looks like he was sending data on the weapons somewhere else.
Може тут замішаний якраз наш давній знайомий Silence? Як ви думаєте, а? Напишіть в коментарях. І тут ніби якась хтось ночував.
Looks like the rebels camped here for a while. Are they watching this area? All right. I think I have an idea what happened here. I better get back to Erend.
All right, she who sees the unseen. What did you find out?
This was a carefully planned attack. I found camping gear up there. The rebels must have been staking out this place for at least a few days.
Тобто вона мала
They
сюди
were
прийти.
waiting for the Zeniths
Цікаво.
to show up. All so that they could test that weapon. The Zeniths have a personal shield that makes them invulnerable, but somehow the weapon got rid of it. The Oseram that was operating it was sending data on it somewhere else. It was probably just a prototype.
I've known tinkers who do that. I'll do a little trial run before breaking out the real thing. Well, I guess it's still a work in progress, if it blew up.
She was searching for something she'd lost. Her drone had instructions to recover something called the asset.
The asset? Is that the sub-function thing that you said could be here? The Luthia?
I'm not sure. Come on, let's go talk to Varl.
Цікаво, що Варл там знайшов. Давайте подивимось. Так, я так розумію, що в нас тут зараз буде... Ого, ми знаходимося аж так на Україні. Зараз буде тут якась, напевно... Ще щось цікаве. Тут вогонь є. Ну давайте дивимось, що нас буде очікувати всередині. Пещера якась. Запечатана.
That's a long way down.
Ого.
Something tunneled straight down into the mountain. Looks recent.
Whatever it was, it must have been powerful. That Zenith the rebels killed was looking for something called... the asset. I don't know what it is, but my guess is it's somewhere down there.
All right, so we head down.
Erend, stay here and stand watch. That Zenith isn't the only one of its kind. I don't want to be caught by surprise if the others show up. Contact us by focus if you see anything.
Okay. Any trouble shows up, I'll call you.
Let's go.
Ну що ж, спускаємося. Цікаво, що ми там знайдемо. Координати сигналу того. Ясно.
There's some kind of old world ruin down here.
А
You said the
дивіться.
Zeniths have their own backup of Gaia, right?
Yeah, from the proving lab.
Якась
So maybe
підземна
they were after
лабораторія.
Luthia. Found its hiding spot, so it sent the distress signal.
Maybe.
Так, а нам, я так розумію, так, дай мені пройти. Якийсь підземний комплекс.
Looks like some kind of data center. I might be able to access the facility systems from that console.
Ну давайте подивимося, що в нас тут буде. Можливо, тут якась щось корисне буде. О, дивіться, тут ще якийсь меч. Чи що це таке? Передатчик, оглянути.
I've never seen a transmitter like this before. Looks like it's self-destructed.
Так, использувати, використати, а ну. Чи там все поржавіло?
This was a far zenith research lab.
Лабораторія
Looks like a lot of data
Нін-Мах.
was beamcast from here recently. From that device nearby.
So Eleuthea's gone?
If it was ever here, then probably. But then why were the zeniths still searching for
So,
the
exploring
asset?
another far zenith ruin.
At least this one doesn't seem to have giant killer machines.
Or anything you can blow up.
Так, сюди спуск. Тут якісь двері. Якісь кабінети чи щось таке.
All this stuff. Wonder what they were doing here.
Well, knowing far zenith, probably discovering
Find
amazing
anything that
things
might tell us what the asset is?
for their own benefit. I don't think so.
Так, тут більше нічого цікавого. Йдемо назад. Давайте піднімемося наверх. Подивимось, що нас... О, чекайте, тут ще якась... Ця є скриня. Яку я пропустив. Так, продовжуємо рухатись, відкрити.
This place is huge. Some kind of storage room, maybe.
Maybe the asset is in here somewhere.
If it is, somehow the zenith couldn't find it. Let's look around. So, how is Erend taking all of this? Really?
Well, Gaia, the zeniths, the focus. It's a lot. But when I caught up to him in the Daunt and said you needed our help, he dropped everything and turned around.
Well, he's loyal. That's for sure.
Ого, подивіться, яке велике приміщення. Нічого собі. Реально виглядає як склад. Цікаво, що ми тут знайдемо. Цікавого.
The control console. To access the storage units.
Can it tell us if the asset is in one of them?
Well, let's find out.
Ну, зараз, стоп, пише введіть код.
236 containers in storage. Please enter the container number you'd like to retrieve.
236? Wasn't there a number in the distress signal?
You're right. I should check the log.
А, чекайте, точно, там була якась ця цифра. Зараз де там та штука? А ну, давайте глянемо. Так, записна книжка, де там? То всякі голограми, то не то, от тут десь. Значить, 237. Ну, давайте подивимося. 237 контейнер.
236 containers in storage.
200.
Please enter the container number
30.
you'd like to retrieve.
7. Ано. Цікаво дуже. Що ж там буде? Чи зараз там буде якийсь хтось або щось, яке нам щось буде робити. А ну, давайте дивимося. Ой, чиєсь тіло. А, копія, її копія. Нічого собі.
Aloy. It's you. Skin's like ice. Must have cut this from her head. But why?
Hello, Elizabeth. Apologies, I don't know what else to call you. My name is Beta. I'm afraid I must be brief. I only have a few minutes before my keepers discover I'm missing, and I still need to remove this implant. I had hoped to find shelter with you, but if you're viewing this, I may be dead. Be careful when you take on Far Zenith. They are ruthless, and they have Aletheia, Artemis, and Apollo now. But at least they don't have the Gaia kernel to merge them with. You must succeed. Oh, this was all for nothing. Good luck. And goodbye.
Значить, вони вже 3 функції забрали, нічого собі.
So she's...
She's still alive.
We need to get her back to...
Oh shit, they can fly. Aloy! Aloy, can you hear me through this thing?
What's going on, Erend?
2 of those spectral things just fell out of the sky. One of them is heading down towards you. The other one's waiting up here.
We're coming up. Stay in cover until I get there.
You got it.
Get her to cover in that room. Whatever happens, she stays with us.
I'll protect her.
I should prepare before the Spectre gets here. I can't let it get through to Varl and the clone.
І що тут, поставити пастки? Ну давайте поставимо десь тут пастку. Так, виготовимо стріли. Які в нас тут в наявності, так.
Here it comes! Ooh, ugly one, aren't you? I should scan that thing. See if it has any weak spots.
Клас. Я навіть не встиг посканувати.
There!
Are you okay, Aloy?
Yeah, I'm heading up top. Stay down here with the clone for now.
Got it. I'll follow once the coast is clear.
Це, я навіть не встиг ту тварь просканувати, вона попала в мою пастку і знесло все, що тільки можна. Прикольно. І потім чуть-чуть тільки... О, дивіться, тут ще якась фігня. Що це таке? Якийсь слід чи що? Окей, добре, вертаємося тоді. Покиньте комплекс. Так що наша пастка дуже нам добре пригодилася. Майже рознесло їй все хп. Я її дуже якраз поставив.
Back up top and deal with that other Spectre.
Дуже...
Just hope Aaron stays in
Так,
cover.
добре. Я її дуже добре поставив. Давайте піднімаємося, треба ще допомогти Еренду. З другим приводом.
Aloy!
Erend!
And the Spectre's dug its heels in. It's got me pinned down.
Hang tight. I'm almost there.
Just hurry.
Та вже, той. Еренд, почекай.
That doesn't sound good. I gotta get to Erend.
Я вже приходжу. Почекай, я вже тут.
Erend, I'm here.
Watch out! That thing's shooting down the center.
Stay put. I'll see what I can do.
The second you need me, I'm there.
Так, значить ти в нас до кислоти, добре. Будемо кислотними стрілами в тебе стріляти.
If I stay out of its line of fire. Shields down! It's on the move!
I got your back, Aloy. Let's
Так, іди сюди. Давай, іди сюди. Ось так. А, тепер включаємо наш спис, верніше. Так, відходимо. Так, відходимо.
You
Той більш потужніший, ніж там той.
don't get that stuff on you.
A heavy weapon. That could help.
Та бляха, дай мені встати.
Hey, you wanna fight the
Навіть встати не дає, капець якийсь.
Aloy, she's... Look, I swear I'm not drunk, but right now I'm seeing double.
Long story, but it'll have to wait.
She needs a healer, but we need to get her back to the base immediately.
Right. Yeah. Well, what are we waiting for then?
You two go on ahead. I need to take another look at that weapon. If I can figure out how that thing works, maybe the Zeniths won't be so invincible after all.
А, то та зброя, яка там була у стила, ясно. Давай, підемо, подивимося. Так, добре, візьмемо. Виготовимо оці стріли. І все, переключимося на це. Йдемо подивимося, що за зброя. Оглянути. А, то якийсь диск. А, розсипався. Жалко. Дуже жалко, що він розсипався. Хоча якась матриця лишилася. Чи ж якась шарик якийсь.
It's better than nothing.
Так, і цікаво, ми маємо тепер ще одну копію тої геї. Якщо ми зараз її інтегруємо з нашою геєю, яка там є, то що вона щось, якісь функції додавить, зараз побачимо.
I need to get the weapon fragment to Gaia to analyze. If we can replicate it, maybe we'll have a way to defeat the Zeniths. I should check on the clone, too. Varl, where's our guest?
We're in the maintenance corridor below the control room.
Okay.
So the old ones painted their faces with something called...
Так, отже, нам потрібно поговорити. Подивимося спочатку, що нам скажуть оті всі.
It probably meant something to them. As it does
Що нам
to
скаже Ерент.
Erend? You okay?
Huh? Oh, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't I be?
Because there's two of me now.
There's two of you now! At least you seem to be handling it okay.
I wouldn't say that exactly, but I'm trying. What you reading next?
I saw Gaia added something to the archives about metal rods being used to harness lightning during storms. Guy reminded me of a cousin of mine. Thought he could trap lightning if he covered himself in stormbird plates. Went up the tallest mountain in the claim to prove it. It ended like a lot of Oseram things do. With a spark and a boom.
What are you working on with your focus?
I'm still figuring out how to read stuff on this thing. Those two lovebirds over there have been giving me a hand. But to be honest, all the little symbols, they give me a headache. But I'll get up to speed. I promise.
Did you speak with Beta at all?
She didn't really wake up till we brought her here. And when she did, I thought it'd be better if Zoe and Varl took care of her. No use crowding someone when they're in a state.
I have to get going.
Don't go causing too much trouble.
Цікаво. Давайте тепер подивимося, що нам скаже. Де там наша ця? Ось. На рахунок Бети, що вона скаже? Зо.
Aloy, you're back.
Yeah, I'm just, checking up on how everyone's doing.
You mean after meeting someone who looks exactly like you, but isn't you, down in the basement? Guess this must be even stranger for you than it is for us, huh?
A little.
Varl said she may be able to help us in our mission, though.
Maybe. What else have you been up to?
I've been studying Gaia's seedlings, the subfunctions. I wanted to understand why one of them would do what they did to Fa. Imagine my surprise when I looked into this Hephaestus and found out it helped create all machines, our land gods included. In a way, the Utaru owe Hephaestus our whole way of life, as well as our current troubles.
That's why we have to make Gaia whole again. Learn anything interesting lately?
There's been much to read up on now that Ether has been reunited with Gaia. It's hard to imagine that machines like stormbirds once helped heal the skies. I used to be terrified of them as a child. Thunder still brings chills to my skin. But everything Gaia creates has a purpose, no?
Yeah. And if we can get Hephaestus back, she can get those stormbirds in line. You said you met Beta?
Varl mentioned she was hurt. I thought I'd offer her an extract to soothe the pain.
That was kind of you.
I just hope she doesn't plan on staying burrowed down there like that. She looks like she's barely seen the light of day as it is.
I need to get going.
May the land bloom in your steps.
Так, ну що ж, продовжуємо. Тепер йдемо поговоримо вже з нашою копією. Подивимося. З нашим клоном, що там і як там. А мені цікаво, щоб це не була пастка, знаєте.
Glad you made it back okay.
Поговорити.
She panicked after waking up and stumbled down here. I thought it best to wait for you.
I'll talk to her. Hello?
Дійсно, щоб це не була пастка від тих зенітів.
It's Beta, right? My name's Aloy. What's wrong? Is it your injury? Simulacrum withdrawal syndrome. I don't understand. Sudden removal of a neurologically integrated data device. The brain, especially the cerebellum, goes into a kind of sensory freefall. Everything real feels unreal. Distant. Is there anything that can help? Do you have a focus to spare? It's primitive, but I can make it work. Yeah.
Щось дуже підозріло.
Booting up.
Щось дуже-дуже підозріло.
Aloy, I suppose you want information. About you and the Zeniths? Yeah. Why are they here? What do they want? How did they get you? But let's start at the beginning. I'm guessing they faked the destruction of their ship 1,000 years ago? That seems consistent with their behavior. They wouldn't want to be followed. So far, Zenith established a colony world after all. Yes, for a few hundred years, but it didn't last. Some sort of natural disaster rendered it uninhabitable. Okay, so the descendants of Far Zenith escaped a dying planet, and now they want to claim Earth for themselves? Not their descendants. What? Not their descendants. It's them. The same ones who left Earth 1,000 years ago. You didn't know? How can they still be alive? They don't even look... What did they do to themselves? I believe it's a combination of pharmaceutical, cellular treatments, and technological implants. And you? Does that mean that you're... I'm not like them. I was made. On the way to Earth. On the ship. I spent years studying in my training interface, all so that I could serve my function. Access and control of the terraforming system. But why? What do the Zeniths want with it? When I discovered the Zero Dawn system had disseminated into its subcomponents, I thought my purpose was to fix it. But I don't think the Zeniths want that at all. I think they want to wipe Earth clean and start over. So the Zeniths want to exterminate life on Earth. That's what Gaia and I concluded too. But why? Why kill everyone just to take over? When they took me on missions with them, I saw how they butchered the tribal people we encountered. They didn't seem to care about a rejuvenated Earth, so I concluded that they must want a hard reboot of the system. Then they can redesign it to be exactly what they want. Mass extinction for their own comfort? Who thinks like that?
Тобто знищити цю планету і зробити так, як вони собі хочуть. Ну, тобто, цікавий план, і наше їм для того, тобто під себе її підстроїти.
The Zeniths needed Elizabeth's gene print to access Zero Dawn facilities. So they made you. Trained you. And you went along with it? They told me I was born to interface with the Zero Dawn system. When we reached Earth, I pieced together what must have happened to Gaia and her subordinate functions. That's when I started to realize I wasn't meant to fix Gaia. That they must have made me so I could do what their remote extinction signal failed to do. Reboot Earth for their own benefit. So you know about the extinction signal? It was speculation, but the only logical conclusion why Gaia suddenly self-destructed after operating efficiently for centuries. Gaia would have only undertaken such a desperate course of action if it had detected a threat to life on Earth that was more dangerous than ceasing function altogether. I should have realized that she would also order the recreation of Elizabeth Sobek to rebuild her. Yeah, well, surprise. So we're dealing with the same Far Zenith people who once lived on Earth.
Тобто, виходить, ті самі люди, які жили тисячі років тут на землі. Тобто навіть не потомки. Нічого собі, представляєте, скільки їм років, скільки вони всього знають.
Gerard commands them. He's the one who decided to set up a base. The others, Eric, Tilda, Verbena, they resent his authority over them, but in the end they always do what he says. Eric, he's the one I fought back in the Hades Proving Lab.
He enjoys hurting people.
Yeah, I know. You mentioned the Zeniths set up a base here on Earth. Where is it? Off the coast, I think. Whenever I had to go on missions, I was transported inside of a Spectre drone. I couldn't see anything outside. But I did overhear the Zeniths talking about it once. They were discussing setting up a perimeter energy shield to repel the local fauna. I'm certain they have other security measures. Spectre patrols, machine lures. It must be impregnable. What's inside the base?
Launch facilities, so they can shuttle back and forth to their ship in orbit. Plus infrastructure to gather materials and fabricate anything they need.
Are there more Zeniths than the ones you met?
I'm not sure. I suppose there must be more of them in the base or back on the ship. For all I know, there could be more of them out in space, other survivors of the colony.
You said the Zenith's colony in the Sirius system was destroyed. What happened?
All I was ever told was that a natural disaster forced them to leave Sirius. I've speculated that it was an extrasolar object or a cataclysmic seismic event.
Цікаво, як їх
Maybe even
перемогти.
an abnormally violent coronal mass ejection from
Ну,
Sirius A.
дуже все
The
цікаво
Zeniths never
закручується.
told you any details.
They said the only thing that mattered was that they survived. First Earth, 1,000 years ago, and then Sirius.
Guess they survived old age, too. How did you escape the Zeniths?
Before the Hades Proving Lab, I never thought I'd get away from them. Even if I were to run. I'd never survive on my own in the wilds. But then I saw you. And I thought that maybe you could help me. So when the Zeniths pinpointed Eluthia's location in the biomedical research facility, I saw an opportunity.
You said you saw an opportunity to escape when you went to capture Eluthia. What did you do, exactly?
Whenever I was taken out on a mission to recover a subordinate function, only one of the Zeniths would go with me.
The one the rebels killed, outside the facility.
Baina's dead? How did they bypass her shield?
I'm looking into it. But you were talking about your escape?
Well, when it was time to use the Zenith's transmitter to send Eluthia back to base, I also sent the encrypted transmission. Then I distracted Verbena long enough to seal myself in the ectogenic chamber, altering the facility's log so it appeared that there were only 236 containers.
And the Gaia root kernel?
I told them I could capture Eluthia faster if I had it with me, and they believed me.
Well done.
Молодець, молодець. Так, а тепер давайте, що вона про себе розкаже.
You said you were born on the way to Earth. In an artificial womb, I'm guessing?
The Zeniths had an ectogenic chamber aboard the ship. An updated version of the one you found me in. They must have used a stored sample of Elizabeth's DNA.
I doubt Elizabeth would have let them take her DNA. Do you know how they got it?
That wasn't part of the archive I was allowed to access.
You said you spent years studying in a training interface. Was this archive you mentioned part of that?
But only the parts I was permitted to access. Aristotle and Aspasia, the avatars of the archive, would assign me learning modules and evaluate my progress.
Wait, those names. They were designed to be the virtual guides for the Apollo database. Before Ted Faro purged it.
The Zeniths have a copy.
So it still exists. And you got to learn from it.
Only what was deemed pertinent to the mission. If I requested information outside of my parameters, my tutors would deny it.
To have all that knowledge, just out of reach. Must have been frustrating.
Ясно.
All right, I think that's enough for now. Do you...
Ні, дуже
come
цікаво,
upstairs or-
дуже цікаво,
Hello.
дійсно.
You know, your plan. How long before Gaius fabricated a machine army to defeat the Zeniths?
How did you know?
Optimal strategy, so?
Well, I still have to get 2 more subordinate functions before Guy is powerful enough to absorb Hephaestus.
What? You don't have Hephaestus already?
Guy is still figuring out how to capture it. It's not confined to a single location, of course not!
You didn't even know who the Zeniths really are. You were supposed to be further along by now. Coming here was a mistake. They're gonna find me. They're gonna find this place and take me back. This was all for nothing.
Подав на
Going
якийсь
to find
переступ.
us. Gaia's using Minerva to mask our location.
What difference does it make? You're too far behind. We're never going to beat them. Everything, everyone, are going to die.
Hey! Calm down.
Походу, в неї якийсь приступ,
You're here now,
100%.
right? So is there anything you can do to help?
I have certain knowledge sets. And given your state of progress, expertise you probably lack. Geoengineering, of course. Computer science, physics, biology, chemistry.
Okay. Well, see if you can do something with that. Talk to Gaia. I'll check on you later.
How'd it go?
Her injury's not that bad, but I think she regrets coming here. Feeling might be mutual.
I'll come back later and talk to her. See if I can learn anything.
I should get the weapon fragment to Gaia.
Так, а тепер йдемо говорити з Геєю. Подивимося, що вона нам скаже. О, знов якась
Well, they didn't have to.
появилася нова розмова.
Hey, you and Aaron okay?
Nothing some rest can't take care of. Are you okay? This beta thing. It's a lot. Even for you.
Just trying to take it one step at a time.
Fair enough. If you need anything, just let me know.
It's good to see you and Zoe enjoying yourselves.
We're learning a lot. I've actually been looking through the data to find ideas for a gift, and to thank her for helping me study the glyphs. Something from the old world that she's never seen before. Instead, I found out they gave each other stuffed animals.
Набитих
You ask
звірів.
me, stuffing a dead animal with anything
Типу іграшки.
doesn't sound like
Прикольно.
a good time for anybody.
Maybe Gaia can help you find something else. How's everyone dealing with Beta?
I tried explaining what a clone is to Aaron. He was totally lost. Then Zoe said something about 2 trees coming from 1 seed. That seemed to help a bit.
I see everyone settling in.
Zoe's planning on bringing all kinds of plants in here. Says a home should always spring with life anew. I asked Aaron to help find some. I think he'd rather stick his head into a snap mall.
Still, it's not a bad idea. Should liven up the place. I should get back to the wilds.
I'll keep an eye on Beta. Make sure she's comfortable.
Okay.
О, тут вже є в скрині якісь цікаві речі.
There are more supplies in the chest. Help yourself.
О, до речі, досить багато. Дякуємо, дякуємо. Ну що ж, поїхали далі. О, дивіться, нам ще секрет водяну пастку дали. Покращено. Що нам цікаво скаже Гея зараз? Поговорити.
Aloy, I see we have a new guest. So now we know the origin of the transmission.
Yeah. I also recovered this. The weapon it was part of somehow stripped a Zenith of its shield, but it malfunctioned and blew up. If we can recreate the weapon and improve it, maybe we'll gain the upper hand on the Zeniths.
A moment, I will scan it. Complete. By combining the results with data from your focus, I can infer that the weapon was highly advanced, comparable to Zenith technology, but not how it worked.
Did the explosion corrupt the data?
It was only a catalyst. The moment the weapon malfunctioned, it appears a command executed to purge all data within its core. Ostensibly, this was to prevent the weapon's secrets from falling into enemy hands. Whoever designed this weapon knew how to cover their tracks.
Silence.
Based on your data on him, that is my conclusion as well.
And he's not gonna cooperate with us. Well, it was worth a shot. But that's not all. The Zeniths got Aletheia, along with Artemis and Apollo.
That is unfortunate. However, our original plan remains unchanged. The two remaining subordinate functions should increase my heuristic processing density enough to absorb Hephaestus.
Right. One problem at a time. Well, I guess I better get back out there.
I wish you luck on your search.
Right. Thanks, Gaia. So I guess we won't be making use of Cylon's weapon. And now there is another clone of Elizabeth here with us. But I can't let it distract me. I still have 2 more sub-functions to get.
Отже, ми закінчили то завдання, знайшли досить багато сюжетної інформації. Для нас прозвучало, подивимося, що нам ще скаже Гея.
Me again.
Welcome back, Aloy. Where shall we resume?
So, I guess Beta's here to stay. I gave her a focus. Told her to talk to you to see if she can help. She's not what I expected.
What were you expecting?
I don't know. Someone more helpful, I guess. And less pessimistic.
It is true she overestimated our progress. However, it is also worth noting that her confidence in your abilities emboldened her to escape the Zeniths.
I guess so.
Give her time. She may yet come around.
How's Catalo doing?
I have detected that the loss of his arm still deeply pains him. In an effort to remedy this, I have discussed a potential solution with him. I believe he will want to fill you in on the details.
A solution? I'll check in with him when I can, then. Varl and Zoe seem to like spending time together.
Indeed. While studying Old World data, Zoe discovered references to a dietary lifestyle known as vegetarianism. She appreciated the similarities with Utaru practices and encouraged Varl to try out this lifestyle.
And how did that go?
I believe they have agreed to disagree.
How's Erend handling things?
He is becoming increasingly accustomed to use of the focus, after an initial incident.
What did he do?
He unfortunately crushed his first focus as he attempted to affix it to
Капець
his head.
розбив, красава ти, Еренд.
Amongst a number of Oseram curses, I believe he also blamed the focus for being dainty. He has given repeated assurances that it will not happen again.
Well, good thing we have a lot of extras, I guess.
Красава той, Еренд то просто звір. Так, дивимося, що ще скаже про предтечі. А то, в принципі, це все старе,
I guess I
ясно.
should get going.
As you say, be well, Aloy.
Так, отже, що в нас тут є? О, у нас появилось нове завдання. Це, я так розумію, напевно, завдання якесь побічне. Давайте тепер з вами ще в навиках розберемося, тому що в нас аж 7 очків. З вами давайте розподілимо. Давайте подивимося на воїна. У нас тут є, до речі, ось це резонаторне накоплення, і давайте вивчимо його. Так, ну що ж, я думаю, на цьому ми завершимо. Всім дякую за перегляд, за те, що дивилися. Не забувайте підписуватись на канал, ставити лайки, коментувати відео. Продовження вже в наступній частині. Всім до побачення, до нових випусків.